So welcome to my channel. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't already and to ring the bell so you are notified of my new video. And of course, it's really important to give the video a thumbs up as well. Isn't there something so wonderful about having a cup of tea in bed? It feels like such a treat. Welcome to this week's Ask Charlie, and I thought we'd do In Bed with Ask Charlie and talk about sleep related things, nightwear, all things to do with having a good night's sleep. Getting a good night's sleep is so unbelievably crucial, so I thought we could chat about things that I do to make sure that I get a great night's sleep. We spend so much time in our bedrooms that I think it's really important that it's a lovely peaceful space that you can relax and you can enjoy. So I personally have got sort of soft, calm, lovely colours that help me relax. My favourite colours, so pale pink, pale blue, and I am really happy. I love my bedroom. I love spending time in here, and I love to come up in the evening and have a sort of really kind of peaceful wind down routine. Sometimes I have a hot bath, but I always take my makeup off. I always cleanse and tone, moisturise my skin, and just sort of unwind, make sure that I don't look at my phone, that is firmly to one side, so I can just really unwind, gather my thoughts, think of all the things that I'm grateful for that day. I think is really important. Just it sets a tone for a good night's sleep. If you think of all the positive things from your day, you're likely to have a much better night's sleep, whereas if you're thinking about all the negative things, then you're going to go to bed with those on your mind. So with the children as well, I like to ask them of the 3 things that they're grateful for at the end of each day, and I think it's just really a positive way to to think about the day. Even if it's been a shocking day, there are some good things. Somebody might have smiled at you, or somebody may have phoned you, or whatever it might be. You can always find the good in a day, even if it has been a particularly challenging one. It's really important not to have caffeine after a certain time. For me, it's 3 p.m. is my kind of cut-off. I actually don't drink coffee or regular tea. I drink matcha tea, which has sort of slow release caffeine, and so I don't have those peaks and troughs. I don't drink fizzy drinks. I used to, but not anymore. I was a Diet Coke girl in my youth, and actually the caffeine in that and the sugars and all the other stuff is just not good for you at all. So I actually drink hot water with a squeeze of lemon and a slice of ginger. Occasionally I will have a cup of tea, but it has to be a special occasion or a situation where I feel too embarrassed to say, I'm sorry, I don't drink tea. But I think it's lovely just to come up to your bedroom, for me, with my mug of hot water and my lemon and ginger, and just relax in your bedroom and take some time. I have such a busy life that I don't often have time to sort of sit down and think about the positives, but in the evening I really make sure that that is something that I do, and think of all of those positive things, and if there's anything troubling me, say a prayer, because I find that personally really helpful. The next thing I do is lavender oil. I love lavender oil, and you can get all sorts of different sleep sprays and things like that, but most of them have got lavender in, and actually it's so much cheaper just to get a little bottle of essential oils. The children made me these sweet little hankies at school, and I love to use these. Rather than putting the lavender oil directly onto my pillow, I just pop it onto a hanky and then pop the hanky under my pillow, and I find that's the best way, and then I can wash it and it's not soaking into my pillow itself. But the smell of lavender is just incredible, and I find that really soothing and really calming and helpful for a good night's sleep. So that is a really great tip. I also had this, which was a present one Christmas, and I love this fabric, but it's just a lavender pillow and you can heat it up. But if I've got a headache, I love just to come upstairs and put this on and just lie back. The smell is amazing, and I find that really soothing and helpful, just to come and have half an hour just to relax and try and shake my headache off before it gets any worse. So that's another great tip. Now, some of you may remember, had lots of problems with I thought it was my shoulder, but actually it stemmed from my neck. So we've got some lovely friends up in Scotland, Gilly and Manjit. And Manjit is a retired shoulder consultant, and he was so helpful. They could see that I was in loads of pain, and so I had an online, but Skype, it wasn't Skype, I think it was FaceTime, consultation with Manjit, and we talked about what was going on. And actually he said, Charlie, it's not your shoulder, it's stemming from your neck, and I think it's the way you're sleeping. So I'm super flexible, which sometimes is a great thing and other times it's not. And I was kind of sleeping like this, and I was really twisting and throwing my head back, and I was waking up in so much pain, and I'd got into this habit of doing it, and I couldn't break the habit. So anyway, I'm going to show you this. Now, I have just popped it in one of our pillowcases, but this is a ProSleepy. It's quite an odd shape. It's quite thick. It's sort of memory foam, and you actually sleep with your head in this dip here. And so it supports you like that. And so you can either sleep on your side or you can sleep like that. And the great thing about this is you can sleep on your side, but your neck is still supported, and it works really well. And since I have been using this, I haven't had any problems. I'd actually trapped a nerve under my shoulder blade, which is why I felt it was coming from my shoulder, but actually it was my neck. And so this is a brilliant pillow. It's taken me a while to embrace it because it's not the most beautiful thing. And it's, you know, I like a good, beautiful, squidgy, soft feather pillow personally. It's taken a while to embrace this, but actually being pain-free, it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. You can get special pillowcases that come with it, but actually I just stick it in one of ours. Well, I've got my pillow here. Let's talk about sheets. So I love cotton sheets, and I actually stick to white because I just think it's easier, and I love the sort of calm look of white sheets. I think there's nothing better than beautiful white sheets on a bed. Now these are Seersucker. They're from the White Company, and they're their Devon range. I actually have them on all the beds down in Devon, well, in the farmhouse anyway, and they're great because they don't need so much ironing, which I'm all about saving time, but I still want my bed to look lovely and look inviting. So these have been a real winner for us. When the weather's really hot, we sleep with just a sheet, but I thought I would talk to you about this. This is our bedspread, which is from Vulgar Linen. It was a wedding present, and I love it. I just love the colour. I think it's really restful, and it's not too thick, it's not too heavy. So actually you could just have a sheet underneath and then this on top. It washes really well. But I had a look on Vulgar Linen's website and they don't do these anymore. It might be worth getting in touch with them, but yeah, this, I just absolutely adore it. Our bed is from And So to Bed. We bought it just after we got married. Simon's bed was so uncomfortable. It had just one mattress, and because obviously he's quite big and I'm quite small, I ended up sort of, well, we both ended up in a messy heap in the middle, and it wasn't comfortable at all. So we now have two separate mattresses. They're singles, but they zip. They're called Zip Link, I think, and this is a king size bed. And so he's got a firmer mattress and I've got a softer mattress, which works really well. It is important to turn your mattresses on a frequent basis, not just flip them that way, but also flip them that way. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, give them a good spin round on a regular basis is terribly important. The next thing that's important is having a good mattress protector. I like the waterproof ones, and then if something is spilt on your bed, you're not damaging your mattress. Mattresses are terribly expensive, so you want to look after them. So I think it's really crucial to have a good quality mattress protector. In the UK, I highly recommend John Lewis's. They have a great selection and I buy all of our mattress protectors from there. Obviously, because of the B&Bs, the holiday lets down in Devon, I have mattress protectors on all the beds. In fact, I have spares so they can be changed on a frequent basis. At the moment, because of COVID, we're changing them between every guest that stays. So it's quite a lot of washing, it's quite a lot of work, but I think it's really important. And the John Lewis ones wash really well too. Now let's talk more excitedly about nightwear. I am obsessed with nightwear. In fact, so obsessed, I used to have a nightwear business. I ran Sleepycozy with a great girlfriend, and Nina's actually taken it on and she's running it on her own. She moved down to Somerset, and it was at the time when I started Ask Charlie, so it was just a sort of natural split. But Sleepycozy was just children's nightwear until Nina and I we bought the business together, and we just did a selection of ladies' nightwear. So actually, now this I had just pulled out of my drawer. It's not a sort of brand new one. It is well loved. I think it's been going for at least 4 years, and I just love it. It's lawn cotton, so it's really light and just so soft, and I think really pretty and feminine with the frill. We came up with a design for it because at the time there was nothing on the market for nursing mothers. You know, when you want to feed your baby, you're fighting with things. You don't want to pull your nightie all the way up, or if you're in pyjamas, pulling your pyjama top up. So actually just having a really pretty practical nightshirt was really easy for that. But also a lot of the things that were on the market just weren't very feminine and weren't very girly. And I think this is just really lovely. I wear it on a very frequent basis. Because it's lawn cotton, it's great actually in the winter or in the summer when it's not, you know, a really hot summer's night. You want to be in something sleeveless. But on a cooler summer night, this is perfect. And in the winter, you can just pop on a cardigan or a dressing gown if you're downstairs doing things. Yeah, I have a selection of other cotton things. This is an old nightie, but this is from Gap, and I feel so pretty and feminine and girly in it, and it's perfect for a hot summer's night. So that is another great one. And then this, which I bought from the Country Brocante in Midhurst not so long ago, but it's just gorgeous. I don't know if you can see that beautiful detail on the front. And the great thing about that is actually, obviously you're not in a bra, and it's not revealing. And I don't know if I'm a bit of a prude, maybe I am, but I just don't want to have everything on display, particularly if you're, I don't know, caught short, there's a knock on the door, you can just go and answer it and know that actually you're not going to be revealing too much. So that actually works really well. And I have got this really pretty one too. Let me just take my dressing gown off. and show you. I just love this. I feel so pretty and feminine, and I want to, you know, dance and spin around the room and just girly and fresh and lovely. And I think for me, that's how I want to feel when I go to bed. Anyway, let me talk to you about this. This is a birthday present from the children a couple of years ago from King's Framers, which is a lovely, lovely shop in Lewes in Sussex. It's about an hour from where we are, and I love it. If you ever get the opportunity to go to Lewes, it's the most beautiful town, and this has to be one of my favourite shops. I could buy everything in there. And this I just think is really pretty. It's great just to have at the end of the bed and grab if I need to go and, I don't know, deal with a barking dog or a crying child or whatever it might be. So let's have a quick recap. To get a good night's sleep, I think when you come up to bed, think about all the things that you're grateful for. Take away your makeup, run a bath, and just unwind. Leave your phone alone, no tech, no devices. Read a book if you love reading. Sometimes that works really well for me. Actually, I am such a bookworm that if I get into a good book, I can't put it down and I'll be awake all night. So I just read on a holiday. I listen to audiobooks all the time, and I read during the day and I read to the children. But personally, if I'm into a good book, I'll wake up in the night, or I'll sneak downstairs and leave Simon and have my nose in a book, and then I'm really tired the next day. So I treat myself when I'm on holiday and unwind and read then. The Audible is brilliant for me during the day when I'm going about my jobs or whatever. I will listen to a great story then and get my book fix that way. If you're really struggling to sleep, I can really recommend hypnotherapy. I've got a lovely friend, Kate Finn, who is a hypnotherapist, and I will link her details with this video because she's helped me, and she's got this really, really beautiful recording that you can listen to unwind at night to go to sleep if you're struggling. And sometimes if you get yourself in a cycle of not sleeping well, it can end up being a vicious cycle. And actually listening to Kate just unwind you, and you just go through all the parts of your body, relaxing them, and you are sure to nod off pretty quickly and get a great sound night's sleep. So I can highly recommend that. Lavender oil. Put some lavender oil in your bath. Put some lavender oil on a hanky by your pillow, and that really is soothing and relaxing and will help you nod off. Try not to have caffeine, particularly after 3 p.m, because that will really stimulate you, and it will be harder for you to unwind and get a restful night's sleep. And also too much alcohol. It might help you go to sleep quickly, but it will not give you a restful night's sleep. So I really try and limit how much I drink because it's just not good. But if you're sleeping badly or you're having problems sleeping, then alcohol is not the answer to help you get a good night's sleep. Although loads of people will recommend a hot toddy or a stiff drink or whatever, but actually it often doesn't help. I hope that you have found my top tips helpful for a good night's sleep. For me, I just love feeling pretty and girly and feminine in a nightie. I do have pyjamas too. I do love pyjamas, but particularly in the summer, I just love floating around in a nightdress. I will see you again next week, sending lots of love and wishing you a really, really happy weekend.